In this psychology video, we are going to be dealing with ants. No, not the creepy crawlies, but automatic negative thoughts. It's a massive problem for amateur golfers, and today we're going to find a way to deal with them better. First of all, this is a members only psychology video, but this one will be put out to the subscribers at a later date so they can see the sort of psychology advice you can get by becoming a member of the Scratch at 50 channel. Automatic negative thoughts. This is something that is very hard to get out of, and it is an almost involuntary action. But there are ways that we can try and train our brain to try and deal with automatic negative thoughts better. Now, to come up with an example, I'm going to bring up a photo here of a par 3 that I played in America last year. It was a beautiful par 3. So here it is now. So obviously beautiful frames with the flower beds at the back, but as you can see, it is almost entirely all the way over water. Now, it was about 145 yards long, so it wasn't an overly long hole. Now, the amateur golfer who suffers from automatic negative thoughts get on that tee and all they can see is the water. They can't see anything else, and for the whole time that they are choosing their club and getting their yardage, all they are thinking about is the water. Don't put it in the water, don't put it in the water. Now, the thing is, our brains react to a target, or our brains make our body react to a target. So if we are constantly thinking about the water, there is a good chance that you are just going to put it and dunk it into the water. So that is what someone who's really bad with golf psychology and automatic negative thoughts would see. Someone who is slightly better would get on that tee and they would see this. They see the green, so they are focusing on the green. Now this is a lot better because you are at least thinking about getting it onto the green. And someone who thinks about this as their thoughts when they get on tend to be better and more confident with their golf psychology. But the people who are really good, who are the absolute experts and the pros of golf psychology, get onto that tee and they identify their target straight away. And in this case for me, the pin was cut on the right hand side. That pin is to be completely ignored. I'm just aiming at the center of the green, and I picked out a tree trunk at the back of the green, and that was what I was focusing on. The person who has really good golf psychology focuses on the smallest of targets. So there's a massive difference between the person who walks on that tee and concentrates on a single tree trunk at the back of the green and the person who gets on that tee and is completely consumed with thoughts of just putting it into the water. So a way to deal with this better is, as soon as you get to your shot, before you even think about what club you're going to hit, before you even think about what your yardage is, stand behind the ball and immediately identify your target. And from that point onwards, only think about that target. Okay, so on this hole that I've chose here, the 3rd at Pleasanton, it's actually got some water down the right hand side, so my target is down the left side of the fairway. I miss slightly left is not a problem here. So as soon as I get on this tee, I'm immediately picking out my target. I can see, again, actually it's a tree trunk down on the left hand side, and then while I'm doing everything else within my process and routine, I am thinking about that target all the time. So you actually want to make getting behind the ball from the very beginning actually part of your process and part of your routine. So that's what I do very first, and from that point onwards I then go into my whole pre-shot routine and, you know, my process, and just commit to it totally. So also another thing I do is, once I've picked out my target in the distance, when I stand behind it, I look for a little mark just in front of my ball, which is there, that is in line with my target, to make sure that I am setting up on my target. Okay? So stand behind it, I can see that point there, step in, line up to my target, and from this point onwards, it's just automatic, just doing my pre-shot routine, and then commit. And that's actually just gone a little bit left of my target, but it's absolutely fine. I've got a shot to the green. So, you know, this is where, to get rid of those automatic negative thoughts, you've got to focus on a target as early as possible within your process of your shot that's in front of you. Do not let those bad thoughts get in by identifying your target straight away and immediately focusing on that and nothing else. So that is it for this psychology video on automatic negative thoughts. I hope you found it useful. I hope that you've probably identified that this is something that you suffer from, and it's something that you can do a lot better by following what we've done in this video. Also, if you become a member of the Scratch at 50 channel, these are the sort of videos that you get every month for less than the cost of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You get at least one new golf psychology video every single month, and I really appreciate it because it's supporting the channel and helping me to do more with the channel in the future. Okay, that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next psychology video.